rolling across the mountain and down on the valley way below. It sweeps the grave of my darling. When I die, that's where I wanna go.
All right, Kaz, what's the 75th anniversary mean to you?
Well, it brings back a lot of memories. Look back over the years, come and gone, seen a lot of stuff, done a lot of things, gone a lot of places, met a lot of people. It's just been terrific, great fun. So I'm just glad to be here and help Charlie celebrate.
What's your funniest moment here at Clements Antiques?
Funniest moment? Oh, we had a lot of them.
Yeah, too many to count?
Too many to count, yeah. We just had a bunch of them.
Any specific one that sticks out in your head?
I guess real funny was when Mr. Clements got Johnny Case was in here and he wrote a poem for him to read on his program.
Really?
Yeah, but Johnny didn't read it.
What'd he do?
So I don't know what he did the poem, but nevertheless he didn't read it. He said he would. Anyway, the night that Mr. Clements was watching, he didn't hear it. Well, I came in the next morning and wrote him a little poem about Mr. Clements writing a poem to Johnny Cash. When he didn't hear it, well, he was perturbed the next day.
It didn't end up being one of his songs, did it?
No.
All right. Hey, Fisher. And I am.
Every time I touch you, you just tremble inside.
What's the 75th anniversary mean to you?
Well, I worked for this company for 38 years. It's a good company to work for. I enjoyed it. It was good to me for 38 years. I really appreciated it. Glad they're having this celebration. It means a lot to come back where we work, see our friends and our old bosses and a lot of the folks we've dealt with through the years. Had a great life here.
What's your funniest moment here at Clements that you can remember of it? Some funny story. It can be about that joker that's right behind me.
Well, I don't have a really funny story, but I'll just say Charlie.
Just Charlie. Hey Lois, what's the 75th anniversary mean to you?
Well, most of all, I guess the most important thing is being able to see all of our old friends and get together with all the people we've worked with through the years. And they're all like our own family. And just to know that the business is going on and has a future, and I'm very thankful for that.
Okay, so what's the funniest moment you've had here that you can remember? Something just completely off the wall memory of here at Clements. The 75 years, I know you've got one. Many, probably millions.
I guess it was the night the lady lost her little dog in the rug room, and we had about 700 rugs, and we had to flip all those rugs to find this little dog. It was about 6 inches long, and we finally found it about 2 o'clock in the morning, and that ended up not being too funny.
Where was it at? Was it in the rug?
Last week you took all my money and it may sound funny. Come to get my money back.
What does 75 years mean to you?
Blood, sweat, and tears, and success all the way.
Yeah. If I had to ask you what was probably one of the funniest moments that you want to tell about Charlie or this anything that happened here at the shop, what's a funny story you have? I know you got a lot.
Well, I got a lot of them. The funniest thing I think ever happened was I get Charlie singing all the time. He thought he was Elvis Presley or one of the country music stars, but that's pretty funny.
Anything else?
Well, I tell a lot about his daddy. His daddy was very funny. His daddy hid an armoire from a woman one time and told me to tell her he wasn't here. But she come in, I told him, I said, he's back there in the armoire, Miss Bell. So she went back and looked, Wallace!
All right, Kaz neighbors. I mean Andy. What does this 75 years mean to you?
It means a lot to me. It's a place. It means so much to me. It's like a place, like a home, like family. It's just been a great time just working here, and I really miss being here as much as I could be.
So, if you had a funny moment that you had to tell me about here at Clements Antiques, what would it be?
There's so many funny moments, actually.
Like what? We'll give one.
With, I guess just with Charlie, mainly just going along with the Pete.
The Pete? Whoa. What do you mean the Pete?
Oh yeah, you got that right. Got the big whistling going on through the shop.
Yeah. Righty, mate?
Yeah, mate.
Mate. So that's another little perk, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, man.
So much. It means a lot to us, really. My dad started this business, and he actually did create this business. It wasn't, he did it by himself. It wasn't somebody that helped him along. He actually made this. Contrary to what you hear about the news today, he actually made this company from the ground up. And many of y'all know the struggles he had to actually create Clements Antiques. But the reality of it was he was a product of the Depression, and he quit combustion and started the antique business, and he told me from that point on he never worked another day in his life. So anyway, me and you guys, some of the older guys, remember when we first got the first containers in, we only had one building. That was up the road actually, but they used to unload the containers and they would pull them off the truck, and we'd actually unload the stuff. I wasn't even born at the time. But in the ditch over there, they pull it off, get a record, pull it off and undo it. And you know, that's when Dad started first going to Europe and stuff. And Mickey Kemp over there is a close friend of ours that runs Mickey's Antiques on top of the hill up here, and Stan Carnahan's a good friend of ours, and he runs auction, Chattanooga Auction House downtown, and Perry And we just appreciate all you guys coming out. And we consider you, now, one time when New York City, my dad was, me and Mother got onto him for either, I forgot what it was. But anyway, he thought we were picking on him, I guess is the word. So he got in the closet. He got in this, we had a one-bedroom apartment in New York City, and the guys remember that because they probably took the stuff up to the room. But anyway, Dad got in this louvered closet and shut the door. He said, y'all don't love me anymore, so I'm just going to sleep in the closet tonight. So, anyway, I mean, we had to beg him to come out of the closet. It was so funny, though. He was acting just like a little child. Mickey, you know how we do.
So everyone else has kind of had their own time. I pulled them aside and had a question for them. So I'm going to ask you guys the same question. And it's really simple. What does the 75th anniversary mean to you?
You first, Kenny.
Okay, I'll start. Well, it's about my parents starting a company that we're still carrying on today, and through all his struggles and everything, I think we've done a pretty good job. A lot of the foundations really was faith, family, and friends. Sounds simple, but that's what it was really all about, and we just want to show how the family dynamics of the Clements family has endured, and we've been very blessed because of all our people that come to and support us through the years, and we want to show that appreciation to all our clientele and our close friends and people that work for us especially.
Me part of Clements family?
Yeah, you're part of the Clements family too, Art. So that's what it meant, basically, for me.
Cindy?
Same for me. Very tender day. Just looking at all the memories and the pictures and the people that were here. Everybody coming, and just a lot of memories over a lot of years. And I have always felt very blessed to have been in this family and to continue with the traditions of treating people right, and it's been a good life. It's been a really good life.
You know, I asked him, it was funny, I asked, let's see, Aunt Lois, Jerry, Kaz, and James, and I asked them, I said, what is one funny story or moment that you had here at Clements? And guess what? They said every single moment, Charlie, that you mentioned out up there.
Every single moment.
Every single one you guys talked about with your dad in the closet.
Oh, yeah.
So, give me one moment.
Well, the funniest
One
moment.
of the funniest moment, memorable, most. It don't have to be funny. Most memorable moment that you've had here.
This probably one of the most memorable was when Dad took me in when he walked through the warehouse one day, and I think Cindy was with me, and Cindy said, it's sort of like the last talk you have before you take the big trip, we'll call it, before he passed on. And he said, you know, Sonny, it's never been about the money. And I said, are you telling me? Because, you know, he loved the antique business. More than that, he loved the people that he was dealing with, and it was like, it's a relationship. It's a relationships he made with the people that, you know, of course he was making a living, but it worked hand in hand. Something that maybe we've lost because the internet and stuff and how fast-paced life was, but it was, back in the day, it was a slower time, and people did make time to have relationships, even in business. It was competition and stuff, but we all worked together, and it's a very small cottage industry when you think about the antique business in relation to other businesses. So I would say that was the really time that really stuck in my mind, one of the big times, I think. You know, when I talk about that, I think about Mother a lot too, though. But, you know, we've really talked a lot about Dad, but my mother was the backbone behind the company. She was the one that made the company really what it was today. And Dad, if he was living, he would amen that, I'm sure.
Cindy?
That's true. We have talked about Wallace a lot. Of course, he was a dynamic person, and I always say he courted me and Charlie married me, and that's what he always said, and that was the truth. He did do that. He courted me, and Charlie really didn't have any choice, so I was thankful for him. And thankful for
I
that.
put a gun to my head.
That's true. But one story I didn't hear Charlie tell up at the front was, maybe Lois told it, but once they were on their way to Texas, and he got mad at him, which was very easy for him to do sometimes, and he said, "Stop the car right now and let me out of this car." And they stopped the car on the side of the road, Lois and Darcy, and he got up. He said, "Just give me $1 before I get out of this car. I'll come back and I'll have more money than all of y'all do. Just give me $1 and let me out of this car." So they let him out of the car, and they drove around the Cloverleaf Loop or whatever, and come back and picked him up. So he was a funny character.
Any last words?
It was a perfect day.
It was a great day.
Perfect night.
Great
And
day.
for a good cause. Especially the charity auction. I think that was a good idea.
It was a great thing. And the fact is, we are so blessed in working in a business where we're able to work with our family that we love, even though that's hard sometimes, but it's pretty sweet that we can be here and making a living for all of us, and we got grandbabies running around and hugging us, and our kids are here, and it's a good life.